Tim Kanak with Perkins Roofing. Welcome to Fisher Island, part 3. It's been 2 weeks since our last video. See the lovely crane behind me. We didn't make as much progress over the last couple of weeks as I would have liked because we had a lot of rain last week. We basically didn't work at all last week, so we missed about a whole week of work since the last video, but we have made some progress. So I'm going to show you up on the roof what we've got going on and what we were able to achieve through this rain. As we enter the holidays, we are going into winter season, Christmas, etc. right now, so we're kind of slowing down. I was hoping to move over to the center tower at this point, but because of the holidays and because we had a whole week of rain, basically we're just closing this side of the job up right now, and we're going to get all the tiles up here after New Year and start the center section after New Year so that we're all dried in for Christmas and nobody has any unfortunate Christmas visitors like roofers coming because of roof leaks. So we're just wrapping all this up in the meantime, and then next time after the holidays when we're here in January, we will be on the center tower and we'll have tiles loading up on the south tower here. So up here on the roof, you can see a lot of the MTS, almost all of it is installed behind me now. Here's our new copper, see 4x4 drip metal. This is the drip metal that's going on the eave, and you can see how nice and shiny it is, brand new. Look how oxidized being on the ocean here this metal already is. So this is old, this is 30 years old, this coping cap here, but it's almost the same color as this. 2 weeks ago in my video, go watch Fisher Island part 2, and you can see how nice and shiny this was, just like this one, which hasn't been installed yet. But you can see, being on the ocean here, these coppers oxidize fast. That's crazy to me, that this has only been 2 weeks since we were here, and it was this color. Now it's already brown like this. It's not quite as dark as this one, but that's what happens when you're on the water, the oxidation of that copper. So this is the MTS, the secondary water barrier. We've talked about it in some of the other videos. We're going to be installing the TU Plus tomorrow after our inspection. We have an inspection with this MTS. We're going to put down a couple squares for the inspector. A square is 100 square feet. And then once that inspection passes, then we'll be able to cover the rest of the roof with the TU Plus, which is the white polyfiber paper. That's the top paper for the roofing system. And then we will be able to do the lines for our tile delivery so that we can properly load all of our tiles and get all of our tiles in a nice line so we get straight tiles. If you want to see more about the lines and the tile install and the procedures we're going to go through, check out my install on how to install tiles, or my YouTube video on how to install tiles in South Florida. It's a good view here of oxidized metal, non-oxidized metal. Just my homies install this fascia right here. We opened up one of the chimneys here behind me. I know it's really windy. We opened up this louver window right here so we can see what's inside, because all of these things we don't want to finish the roof, and then these superstructures leak from the inside because they were not done properly too. And you can see, as I fit the camera in here, this is bare concrete. There's no coating, there's no waterproofing. On the inside of this chimney superstructure here, we have a vent, a fan, and it's just all concrete. If water gets in through these windows, it's going to crack this concrete out. So we need to seal the inside of this structure with something, because we don't want to do this nice, brand new, beautiful roof here, and then water gets into the window and leaks on the inside of the structure. So that's why it's important to make sure that you check everything protruding from the roof. You can't just finish the roof and then say, oh, I'm good to go. And then you've got chimneys and stuff on the roof that have issues themselves. This is very important to make sure anything attached to the roof is also checked and proper specifications are done to waterproof these areas as well. We're going to also be coming back here and doing the stucco lines here this week and next week while we are finishing the TU Plus and getting all the tiles loaded here onto the roof. Right here, this is custom drip metal. You can see this really long flange here. This is custom for these towers up here, because these towers have this concrete finish on them, this decorative finish that is acting as the wood nailer for these. It's about 3 inches or so, 4 inches of concrete up there. And we have to attach into the decking wood, not into the concrete. So we need this extra long flange on this strip metal for these AC towers here and right there. You can see right there, that is a wood nailer that has been attached to the side of the building along the fascia. Drip metal is going to cover the wood nailer, but the wood nailer is going to help redirect water further away from the fascias of the building. These buildings were not built with wood nailers, so we have to add them around the perimeter of the building as a part of the project. We're down on the lower section right now on the south wing. You can see the cap sheet paper behind me here and this coping cap here. Look how nice the green is thanks to the cooling tower chemicals spewing out here. This coping cap here had to be removed. We're probably gonna have to put new coping cap in this entire area here. You see we're gonna have to do some stucco repairs right here along the wall as well, all the way up here where the flashing metal is. And the reason that we have this different paper here, this cap sheet, is because this whole area against the wall is a cricket. So if you want to see more about crickets and saddles in some of the videos, you can check that out in some of my other videos. You can see we have that little roof section up there too, that kind of little weird area. This here is actually a metal deck behind me. So we had to re-roof this with sheathing on top of the metal. This is all metal deck right here. Just like the cupolas and chimneys up there are also all metal deck. So those had to be re-sheathed entirely with all new plywood, fastened down, and then the paper on top of the sheathing. So you can see that this cricket area, the way that this water runs, it's going to run from the center down here, along the wall, and down. This cap sheet is just additional protection so that water, when it hits these areas, is going to funnel down and channel down the roof the way that it's supposed to properly drain. Better to put the cap sheet can be exposed. This cannot be exposed to UV. And this cap sheet is a flat roof cap sheet. This area here, practically with all the water hitting it, is going to be acting almost as a flat roof. So this is Fisher Island Part 3. The video is winding down as I climb a ladder from the lower section to the upper section. Thanks for watching. Always appreciate it. I know there hasn't been as much progress as we wanted from the last video due to the rains like this. It's weird. We have no rain during rainy season, but now it's dry season and we get rain all the time. Love it, right? So that's what's going on here. And we will see you after the holidays for Fisher Island Part 4. You'll see tiles on the roof. You'll see tiles coming up to the roof. You'll see some stucco being done. You'll see us working in another section of the roof. And I'll show you the TU Plus installed on this section of the roof. So we'll catch you next time. If you need anything, call us. For Miami-Dade, Monroe, and Broward counties, 305 MIA Roof. For Palm Beach County, Martin, and St. Lucie counties, 561-559 Roof. If you have other projects in Florida you want us to check out, we will travel for price. we'll see you next time. Thanks again. Fisher Island, part 3. Later.